offensive line. That has been a calling card at Texas A&M for years, even beyond the Jimbo Fisher tenure. The unit seemed to get hit with some injuries, got off to a slow start last year, played a little bit better after that. Kenyon Green, one of the best in the business, he's gone. But based on what I see, it looks like the starting unit could be something similar to what was the closing unit from last season.
Yeah, I think that it's obviously in a lot better shape than it was at this time last year. Losing 4 guys is tough. You knew it was going to take a step back. It was going to be the big question mark heading into the year. But they're, when you look forward now, Bryce Foster now has a year of his experience under his belt, and so does Reuben Fatheree, and I think that projects a really bright future on that offensive line. Layden Robinson is a guy that, when he was healthy, looked really good and kind of will be one of those guys to anchor that offensive line. So you've essentially got 3 spots locked down. I think left tackle is certainly one spot they have to get figured out, whether via the transfer portal. They still have a couple spots open in the transfer portal. That's been one of the questions on our message board is, okay, we have 2 spots left. Where do they kind of turn to? And one could be the offensive line, but another guy to keep an eye on is Trey Zune. He got hurt late in his senior or early in his senior year towards ACL and was just getting back, kind of up to full speed at last summer and saw action late in the year and looked pretty good. And I think that's a guy A&M's really excited about and has a chance to kind of be the solution at that left tackle spot. And they've just got to get better production at that position. It was kind of really the weak spot of, and it's just one they've got to address either through the transfer portal or have a guy like Trey Zune step in, and then you hope a guy like Aki Ogumbi, who saw some starts last year, can get stronger and build off that experience he got last year and kind of take over one of those other spots, maybe an interior guy. And then Blake Traynor is another guy that saw a little bit of action inside and looked better as a guard. And he could be an answer at guard as well. But, it's I think that left tackle spot is probably the big key to figure out this year.
And it's a tough ask when looking at the incoming freshman class at the offensive line position to expect them to develop that quickly and be ready to go. And I also noticed that none of the 3 that come in, 2 are top 10 at their position. All 3 are top 20 at their position, are coming in as early enrollees. So you got to think that they're in the development category and working toward 23 and beyond.
Yeah, I think of the guys, I think you can safely expect that PJ Williams probably needs a year. He's got a tremendous upside, but he's got to add muscle. He's got to add to his frame, and he's a guy that I think they're going to be patient with and understand he probably needs a redshirt year to put on weight and get stronger. If there was the guy, it would be Cam Dewberry, and I think he's a guy that has the flexibility to play either guard or tackle. Great size at 6'4", 313 pounds. I think if you look at a guy, with guys like Bryce Foster was a guy that wasn't an early enrollee last year. And he came in and was able to pick things up quickly and be impactful. I think if you're looking for a guy that could potentially play early, it would be Cam Dewberry.